Hey guys, welcome back to One Else Pub. In the last 3 or 4 months, I've kind of abandoned the traditional wallet, the rear pocket bifold wallet that I've carried my entire life since I started carrying a wallet in my teens, um, and gone for more of a minimalist approach. I just don't carry cash. One day I just realized I have this wallet that's got a few cards in it and a little bit of cash and a lot of junk I really don't need ever at all, and just it's just a giant waste of space. It's completely inefficient. So I switched to one of these distal union front card carry wallets. It's a leather one. This video is not about this stuff. I'll do a separate review of this wallet, which I really like. But when I did that, I put that in my front pocket. It left my back pocket empty, and I'm just used to having something back there. Like, so when I sit down, I can kind of feel it there. When I don't feel something there, I go, oh, I forgot my wallet. I lost my wallet. So I caught myself always kind of like reacting to like, where's my wallet? So I decided to use that space and to come up with something else to put there. And a lot of things can be bulky and whatnot. I wanted to keep it slim like a wallet would be, but something not a waste of space, something actually functionally useful, something I want on my person. So I took some of the tools that I traditionally carry, like a Leatherman and my Fellholter Fricky folder. This one's in copper, and it's from being in the leather, it just takes on a super dark, funky patina. And good old-fashioned Punisher pry tool. And I decided to start carrying those. I mean, I always carried those, but I carried them in like various other pockets or stuck in my coin pocket, my front coin pocket or whatever. And I decided that maybe I could carry these in a more efficient way, and with a nice, cool EDC item like I call it EDC wallet or a tool wallet. So that's what I've done, and I found these, and that's what this video is about. I want to let you guys know about a company that I found on Etsy, a shop that I found on Etsy called LeatTweed, LeatTweed. Matter of fact, I'll get my, here's her shop. She's a very nice lady. Yes, she's in the Ukraine, but she makes great leather products, very affordable, lots of high value here, and you can kind of customize things. You can put custom stenciling on them and whatnot. And if you want something kind of unique, you can just kind of let her know via messaging with an Etsy. She's very user-friendly, very great communication skills. I've ordered from her a few times. You can see I've got a few items here in front of you. And the last time she even threw in a free key ring just because I was a repeat customer. I don't really use key rings like this or lanyards or key fobs or whatever that would be called. But still, it's a nice gesture for sure. But anyway, I want to let you guys know about that and kind of give you a quick review of a couple of her items. The first one that I showed you the first time there, that I actually do carry now most of the time. This is my main right rear pocket wallet now. It sits and it takes up almost exactly the same amount of space as my old wallet did. But like I said, it allows me to carry my Leatherman PS4 squirt, my Fricky folder, a pry bar, and I even keep a little bit of spare cash down there just in case of emergencies. And this particular one is kind of the one that I've gravitated to just because of its size. I actually had ordered, this was the original one that I purchased from her. It's the exact same model, but if you look, you'll notice that it is actually just a skosh smaller. So the second one I ordered was a little bit bigger. And the reason that well, first of all, it came in bigger, and at first I was like, oh, this is a little bit bigger, but it actually works out perfectly because it's truer to the size of my old wallet than this was. So it actually fills the pocket more perfectly and feels more natural in my pocket. And because it's a little bit wider, it allows things to flex and bend just a little bit in the middle more than this one did. This one was absolutely fine, and I loved it. The only reason I ordered a second one was because at one point I decided to maybe try to make it my wallet all one thing, and I cut this slit into the back. She doesn't do that. Irina is her name, by the way. Very nice lady. I cut this slit in the back to carry, put credit cards and stuff like that in. And I carried that for a few days, and this one is pretty beat up. It's I had this one for a few months, like I said, and accidentally washed it, once, so it's kind of lost some of its natural kind of patina that leather comes up with, and kind of got this other kind of like washed out look, which is fine too. It's just, that's why you see a little bit of difference in these. Well, that and another reason, which I'll get to in a moment. But at any rate, when I did that, then this got pretty bulky then with the tools and all the cards in it. And then I could actually feel this. I mean, when I would sit on this, it was a little bit too much. So that's when I decided to go the other route and go for a true front pocket, just card wallet, and then just make this my back pocket tool wallet, essentially, EDC tool wallet. Again, these are items that I always carried on me before. This one, not always. This one was kind of optional. Sometimes I would, sometimes I'd have it on my keychain. Sometimes I get annoyed with it and I wouldn't. It's super light. It's, this is just one of those cheap ones you can get off eBay for a few bucks. It's nothing fancy. It's not titanium or anything like that. It's probably aluminum. I don't know. It works fine to do prying with and whatnot. Actually, I take that back. I don't think it is aluminum. As a matter of fact, let's find out. Let's take out the Olate. All right. Definitely not aluminum, definitely steel. And I actually acid washed it with some ferric oxide to kind of give it a nice, cool patina. But anyways, I didn't always carry this, but now carrying this now in my back pocket has allowed me to always have this on me. And in the past, my pry options were just kind of either a knife, which I never use my knife for pry options really, or to just, that, but that doesn't give you a lot of leverage in terms of a small Leatherman. So this is a nice option just to have on you, and it fits back there. I've carried this both with and without it, and I can't feel the difference in my pocket, so might as well have it on me. It's super light and doesn't cause me problems. So why not have it in there? But the thing is that these wallets that this lady makes, again, we'll stick with these two since they're kind of the original two here, are the perfect size for a small, like a Leatherman Micro or a PS4 or whatever, a small little bell holder fricky folder, or any other small, you could easily fit a small Swiss Army knife in here. Like even a cadet or something like that would fit, something a little bit larger. You could probably jam even a thicker one in there if you wanted to. Keep in mind that whatever you put in there, the leather will stretch to it, and then putting something else smaller in after the fact, or less thick after the fact, will, of course it doesn't fall out there to prove the point, but will be very loose and fall out. So kind of, I recommend like pick the tool that you want to put in there, kind of choose wisely, and then once you do, it's going to form to the shape of that. You can see that was I had both of those in the same both tools in each of these, and really carrying anything else in these pockets at this point is kind of not really an option. But that said, these are the two tools I always had on me for years anyway. So what the hey, you can easily put traditional knives in there, like a case knife or something like that, or a Great Eastern cutlery or whatever. Easily put traditional knife in there as well. Just whatever you want to carry in it. You can put cards and bills and stuff back here. Like I said, I put a little bit of spare cash back there myself, so it's an easy thing to do. Her handiwork is excellent. The feel of the leather is very nice. The price is a third of what you're going to pay for something American made. I mean, it's from the Ukraine, I'm a big, I do like to support American companies too and whatnot, but I also like value, and I like to support small business people also. And it's not that the makers of other leather products are necessarily big businesses. They're not. They're certainly not. I've owned some very nice products from various different leather wallet and leather organizer companies, and they're all really good. This one she had exactly what I was looking for, and it fit my pocket just right, and it was so affordable, and there was so much value, and she was so easy to work with, and she was such a nice person that in communicating with her, that I just wanted to share this option with you. Like I said, check her out. She's on Etsy, and again, it's LeatTweed. You can see that, featured items. Here's all of her stuff. So you can get stuff down to $12. Even there's some stuff under $10, some $25. Less than $30 for most of her anything reasonable. She has some bigger wallets, some bigger items, which will run up. But if you're looking at stuff like this, definitely in this range. So check her out. I will also show you this one too. This one's just a little bit larger and has a slightly different pocket in the back. And another pocket in the middle. And again, when I was kind of going through my face, trying to decide if I was going to carry everything in one, like this was a little bit too small to make everything in one fit. So I decided to try this one, and I ordered another one of these and then this one as well, and tried that, and it was still kind of bulky for me. So again, I went with that just front pocket card wallet from Distal Union, the Micro Wally, which again I'll do a separate review on because I really like that. It's really become my favorite front pocket carry wallet that I've tried. So this one just turned out to be a little bit bulky, so I still have it. It's still great. You can sort of see that I had those same items in there. They didn't quite have time to print because after a day or two I immediately realized that really this is what I'm after. So I have carried this now, like I said, for at least, between these two, for at least 3 or 4 months, maybe longer. It's tough to say. I don't really remember when I started this, but and the way that the last 12 months in our COVID-riddled world have been, it's tough to kind of sometimes keep track of time frames and points of reference. But at any rate, it's it's a very, very high value item. I highly recommend this particular one, which she doesn't have particularly inventive names for them. Like this one is like the Wallet Pocket 2 or something like that, or so there's nothing really memorable about the names. Look on her shop on Etsy, see which ones you like. She gives measurements, and she'll have graphics where it'll show how wide this is and how tall that is, and whatnot, in the distance between the stitches and whatnot. So you really have an idea of what will fit, what gear will fit in here for you. Lots of options. I've carried a lot of different things in here. I've carried little lighters in here. I've carried pens in here. When actually in this one, when I first kind of got this one, I was experimenting around before I settled in. But there's just a lot of value in these. And if you're looking for something like this and you're not sure you're going to commit to it, like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go to Urban EDC supplier, whatever they're called, and I'm going to spend $60 on one of their Urban minimalist wallets. Okay, and then you get it, and then a week later you decide it's not for you. Well, that kind of sucks. So here you can spend $12 or $15 or $18 or whatever. Give it a try. If it's not for you, you're not really out that much money, and you can probably resell it for a few bucks and not lose a lot anyway. So it's worth a try for sure. If you're tempted to try this kind of concept and kind of move into some different kind of non-traditional EDC wallet carry options, I highly recommend LeatTweed on Etsy. I highly recommend her products and just the way she handles her business and whatnot. Really super pleased with everything I've bought from her so far. And one more item I almost forgot. I bought this. I can't believe I forgot this. I bought this, which is just a tiny little pocket leather pouch that I keep in my front watch pocket or coin pocket, and I just keep earbuds in it. I hate Bluetooth earbuds. I'm a cranky old man. That kind of stuff just annoys me. I hate having to charge them and worry about them and whatnot. And so I just like a good old-fashioned $5 Walmart earbuds. So I keep them in there. And then this is another pending review. The coolest little mini pen ever right there in brass. So we will get to that eventually. And these two items, even this, you can see these are all the same color. This is coffee. But these two items I actually dyed a little darker because this, when I got it, the Wally Micro from Distal Union, was kind of a light color, like a light, almost tan color. Not quite tan, with a little bit of a red to it, but it was too light for me. I like darker brown leathers. So I dyed these, which were already dark anyway, this dark, but I dyed them that color as well. So they're a little bit of a darker sheen, which I tend to prefer. But anyway, so this little mini pouch is again one of hers, and it actually was sealed in the center, but I popped the threads on that and just use it as my earbud pouch. So anyway, that's it. You guys should check her out. She's got great products. Absolutely recommend her. And that's 1 all 2 cents. Keep the change. Sláinte.